Let me ask, because I want to know. Let me ask, because I am your child. Let me ask, because it is right to ask. Let me ask, because I don't know. Let me ask, because I want to learn. Give me your ears, because I am asking. For he that asketh, he shall be given. And he that knocketh, unto him the door shall be opened. Give me the fish that I am asking for, not the rock that is hard to swallow. I say, give me an egg that I am asking for, not the scorpion that will inflict poison on me. Are you inorganic beings that you can't hear? Are you energy vampires that you are so heartless? Let me ask, because I want to know. Let me ask, because you say I'm your child. Ladies and gentlemen, we are not back to poetry. I'm just trying to reflect on my poetry experience to see if I'm still having it. Okay, welcome back to COVID-19 reviewed. You see, the word was actually getting out of my mind, and I think it simply means that COVID-19 is about to go back to where it came from. I wish if this could be a prophecy and good news, huh? First and foremost, we pass our condolences to those who are mourning and to those in hospitals or wherever you are, a quick recovery. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Today we have a strong message, a healing message. I say unto you, freedom is your birthright. Did I promise that? No, I never made a promise. It's a surprise. Okay, shout out to those on Facebook who are doing great things over there. Make sure you continue to go ahead and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Thank you very much. And for those who are watching, wherever you are, thank you very much. Today we'd like to talk about freedom is your birthright. That is why I started with these questions, or with this short analog of your poetry. Is it a prologue? I usually experience this when I was reading Shakespeare and books when I was still in high school. Why did I choose this topic? Why did I choose this topic? Because I have gone to see that because of this COVID-19, a whole lot of stuff is now happening out there. Hey, the comfort that people used to have has been deprived. Usually when you walk around in the streets, it seems as if there is a funeral, people are mourning. It's no longer that intuitive, that vibe that used to be. It's not that. The shutdown is seemingly like, it's really, really boring. Humanity is not created in such a way that they will be told on Basically, they'll be told on how to conduct every move that they make on daily basis. Humanity is a free spirit, is a free soul, you see. So we are used to think of going to Joburg, I just take a taxi, I go to Joburg. If I think of going, you see, those things. So those things are no longer happening. And it seems now like those who are in prison are even far much better than us, because they are used to this kind of life, you see. So, yeah, what is happening, and you can see that those who have been actually self-employed, they begin to eat their profits, and after eating their profits, they now go to the money, to take the money from their businesses. Yeah, things are beginning to go bad now at this phase. And even those who are employed, even though they expect that by the end of the month they can get some salaries, but it's now boring like they are used to be at work. And yeah, it's no longer that vibe. That vibe has gone. Yeah, the morality is dying. And somebody is beginning to question, until when shall we be in this kind of a prison? Because of a disease that we can't see? Because of a disease that you can wash with soap and it dies on the hands, but it cannot die within you. Yeah, what's going on here? So we are beginning to have questions now. What's going on? We want to know now. And there is a lot of news going on. And people are beginning to say, hey, this is fake news. Hey, this is what. And which one is true news? Which one is accurate? Yeah, I don't want to talk much about this, but I am really tempted to talk about it. I think I will give it a little bit of a shot when I'm about to conclude. Yeah, because yeah, a whole lot is cooking up there. Why should you question everything? Because I started with a series of questions. Usually when we were young, we used to ask our parents a lot. What is this? Why is it like this? What? We used to ask a lot of questions as we grow. But as we grow to the levels of teenager, adulthood, those things begin to die. Why are these things dying down? Because in situations like these, whereby we are having things like coronavirus, this is when we have a whole lot of questions. So somebody is saying, this disease, we can wash it with soap on the hands and it dies. But when it gets into our bodies, it doesn't die. There is no cure for that. Why is it like that? Scientists, can you really explain to us where the secret is? If we can kill it with soap, you tell us there is no cure for it. We don't know, but we want to know. We wish if you can give us some answers. That is why when people ended up to say this COVID-19 is coming from 5G, that is coming, and this, and there are a lot of things deeper to it. Other big people are speaking, like Pastor Chris, things like, who is this one? Here in South Africa, this guy from Seventh Day. And there are a lot of other pastors who are speaking, and there are a lot of other even officials, doctors and so forth, who are asking, why is it like that, and what is going to happen? Is it to do with COVID-19 or it has to do with a 5G network? And where is this going to be? Where is this going to end? And there are some posts on Facebook which are being tagged as fake news. I don't know where Facebook is getting the authority to tag as fake news. And I don't know how they define accurate news versus fake news. Yeah, I think I have to ask that. How do you define fake news and how do you define accurate news? Because it's not all of us who work in the media, and it's not all of us who have got access to the media. There are a lot of learned people out there who know the truth about these situations, but they don't have access to the televisions, some of which are even blocked to come to the public and speak the truth because somebody's trying to achieve their agendas. Yeah, I can assume that. So we should not presume that only those in television or in new media newspapers have the truth. We have got even a lot of government institutions, public national broadcasters whose citizens have run away from them, and they are now watching other television stations because they think, or they have come to a conclusion that their national broadcaster itself is biased, is not giving them accurate news. So how do we define accurate news? Yeah, it's very tricky. I don't know, I'm just suggesting, this is my opinion, because I don't understand when we say this is fake news and this is accurate news, because yeah, there are a lot of governments who are censoring the media out there and taking news that they want the people to hear, and some of the news they don't give to the people. So how can we justify when you say it's fake news? Yeah, that's my question. I don't know. I'm just asking. So why should you question everything? We are questioning because yeah, we want now to understand where this thing is gonna end. And we want to also hear from you scientists, if you are there, how far with this thing? Are you not coming out with a solution? Because yeah, people are beginning to eat out their money now, and by the end of the day maybe they will end up eating themselves, and when they eat themselves, maybe probably it's the end of the world. We are gonna die, we don't know. So when are we gonna get out of these isolations? And when it comes to this issue of isolation, I was walking in the street today and I went to the shops, and you see there is no longer that vibe and that sense of trust in people. People are like, everybody is a suspect, you see. when you try to ask for something from somebody, there is not that trust. If you draw closer, you seem like you have coronavirus. Even people on the banks, they are queuing, sitting on the chairs because they have got long queues, and maybe they have been on the queue for the whole day, and the queues and the chairs are spaced by about 2 meters, 2 meters, 2 meters. There is no longer that vibe and that sense of trust. No more those conversations that people used to have when they meet, because nobody's allowed to be close to each other. If you want to speak to another, you would better speak louder because they are 2 meters away from you. Yeah, it's becoming so bad. We are not used to this as humanity. And now we're asking, where is the freedom? Which is our birthright? And when is this gonna end? Because there is a whole lot of things now going on, and we don't understand when this thing is gonna end. Okay, when God created men, He created them in His own image, and He said something about it. You should remember that you are not a human being until you are a human thinking. So the thinking part of you should come when you begin to ask, when you begin to contribute in terms of where we need solutions, this and this, development, you see, positive achievements in life. So you should not be bothered about these questions that I'm raising, because when you are a human being, you should think. Yeah, you are not a human being until you are human thinking. And I would like to touch a little bit on that one, because I want to get it a little bit down. So it's called human being, and when I close my eyes, I can see humans, where the man came from, and man, where the Spirit of God comes to be breathed in, and I see the being, which is the soul, a living soul, the art of being, existing. So we are humans plus men, because we come from the dust of the earth, and God breathed His Spirit in us, and we become a living spirit, and He also made us a living soul altogether. That is why we are called human beings. And what is this now? When we have been born through the Spirit of the Creator, now we begin to walk freely in the garden. But this little freedom is no longer available, if I can say little, although it's not that little. What's going on? He said, let them have dominion over the earth. Let them have dominion over earth. To me, it sounds, if you are created with dominion, we should understand this one. Dominion. Yeah, you have got authority over the domain, over the land, right? Over the territory, and let them subdue over it, okay? And you are born a winner if it is like that. Are we still winners right now? It seems as if a lot of what we do, although we are free souls and free spirits, it seems as if as we advanced with development as human beings, it became a stage whereby we no longer know if what we are doing is exactly what we are supposed to do. If you are born a winner, if you have been given dominion over the earth, it seems, or it means that everything, all power has been given unto you. And when I say all power has been given unto you, I'm referring to every individual human being of all the 7.5 billion people under the sun, with not excluding anybody. I'm not excluding anybody, but I am including all. This excludes none and includes all. And everybody of the 7.5 billion people under the sun has been given same authority, distributed equally to all the people Okay? It came a stage whereby our minds began to be programmed. Did I say that? Yes. To be programmed. Okay. It came to a level whereby we began to listen too much to television. I call it television. Okay, you call it television, but these are just separate words. So we began to listen to television and we stopped telling our own vision, and we began to also get governed instead of governing our own mental faculties. And upon that we began to read his story, and we stopped to make and write our own history. And upon that we began to think that it's impossible, when we stopped to think and understand that I am possible. So we also began now to fear the world instead of faithing in the Creator. That's when all things began to go wrong. And in such circumstances, now we have ignored and abandoned a lot of our solutions that we could have had when it comes to solving these crises. Because can you tell me, we have a lot of scientists, man, and we have a lot of people in the, you can tell, can somebody tell me 7.5 billion people under the earth, all of us, we are clueless of how to solve this COVID-19. All of us are clueless. So if all of us are clueless, now I think we should come back to Eden, whereby nobody is a leader. Because if those who say they are leaders are not giving solutions in these times, will they be leaders? I'm just asking. If all of us are clueless, so now let's remove all these things like government, what, and let's just go back to Eden. And let's just walk in the garden and anybody can find solutions for themselves. Let's go back and be free souls now. If you can tell me right now that there is no solution for coronavirus, that's fine. Let's try that out. That's what I'm thinking. What I understand is that every human being here came to the earth to be themselves, to become, to be yourself. So I think now it's now coming back to this sense, because when God said become to Adam, he was saying to him, become that which I created you to be. Okay? If Adam, I have created you to be a farmer, be a farmer. If I have created you to be a physician, be a physician. If I have created you to be a teacher, be a teacher. If I have created you, and I don't mean those things that you say professional, what, okay? I'm not talking about the so-called professionalism, because it has proven that professionalism has become clueless in this sense. Okay? I'm saying that which is natural in you, because I have seen a lot of professionals out there who go to the jobs they hate. They just go there for a paycheck. Okay? But I'm saying here, become that which you have been meant to be. And I believe that when you come to be that which you have been created to become, you will become that free soul. And it will be easy for you to work with humanity, because you don't have pressures, you don't have bad energies, you don't have hatred, you don't have those things like working towards ripping off others. manipulating others. Because it seems as if it seems as if maybe out there the medication is now out, but somebody doesn't want to come to bring it forth because of these circumstances that we have developed so far as humanity. Because I don't want to believe that 7.5 billion people can become such clueless if we are all in the fields of our specialization, where we are doing that which we have been created to be. Only that we have been taught by the world that we have to fake it until we make it. But they don't want to tell us the pains that come with faking it, trying to be that which I am not. I tried many times to fake it, but I failed to make it. I have been employed, I have been working a lot, many times, but I failed. Because I couldn't pretend to be that which I'm not. I was only there for a paycheck. These people are no longer free, they no longer have their birthright. These free souls are beginning to starve out there, and nobody is looking for them. I don't know in other countries out there, but in Africa I know the situation is dire. That one you cannot doubt. For others, they have those monies that they staged somewhere, somehow, especially big guys over there. Yeah, you tell us to be in lockdown, but you are eating every time. But we out there, we don't have a solution. So can this thing end so that we can begin to fend for ourselves and our families? What's going on out there? Are we gonna be killed by coronavirus now? Or we are gonna be killed by starvation? Are we gonna be killed by coronavirus now? Or we are gonna be killed by the anxiety that the future is bleak? I'm not saying it should be entered when it should not be entered, but the world should also know what's really going on behind the scenes. Is this to do with coronavirus alone, or is deeper than coronavirus? Because we are now beginning to hear rumors from different anchors, and some of which is being tagged as fake news. But I went on to discover something. I have come to conclude that when scientists make arguments, something is fishy, something is not alright, something is wrong. Scientists can never debate, argue when everything is okay. So the good thing about these things, especially when I refer to my research, you can see from the different videos that I have posted thus far, I have articulated different opinions from different people, and people are the people that we refer to as professionals, and they speak different opinions. These people are not speaking one thing, they don't have one language. And even amongst the scientists that I haven't quoted, some of them are saying COVID-19 is not natural. Some of them are saying COVID-19 is natural. Even media platforms, some of them are saying COVID-19 should have come from Wuhan laboratories. Some of them are saying COVID-19 should have come from bats. And thus far, there is no consensus. They are making arguments. But when scientists are making arguments, are not agreeing, something is fishy. No matter who you are, I believe you agree with this. These same scientists begin to punch and pump their different opinions into people, when we people, the audience watching, on the world's platform, our actors, we begin to say in favor of who we want, according to what they have been saying. That is why this issue of saying COVID-19 is related to 5G, is biological weapon, is too much widespread than the fact that it is natural, than the fact that it has nothing to do with what? With 5G. Why? Because people are afraid of their lives. They want something positive. They want to hear good news. They want something who speak what they want to hear. So they begin to pump out the information as it is. And today you take it fake news, but you are forgetting where it is coming from. Why, you scientists, why are you arguing? Why are you not coming to a consensus so that we know the accurate and the right things to speak? You are the causes of the problem. You, the media, you are the causes of the problem. But you come back, you say people are misleading people. Social media is misleading people. But what are you saying in the news? You are not speaking one language over there. Scientists, you are not speaking one language over there. Can you speak one language so that we know what really is going on? Don't blame the masses out there. They are just audience watching you acting on the world's platform. So you have to give them the right information if they look unto you. That's the purpose of leadership. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching, and thank you for keeping watching and contribute a lot. I appreciate everything. I also want to learn more. I am susceptible to error. Comment as you wish. Comment as you wish. Let's hear your opinion out there. Shout out to those who are contributing. Shout out to those who are commenting. Shout out to you who are viewing, giving a like or subscribing. Thank you very much, and until next time,